Hello everyone, welcome to my channel City Yoga. I am Timi. Today is day 13 of our August challenge, the 20 minutes yoga a day in August for the UK Sepsis Trust. Today's practice is going to focus a little bit more on our hamstrings. They are going to be really nice hamstring stretches. So you will feel much more mobile after that. I really hope you will like it. Let's start it. We are going to start in child's pose. Sit back on your heel, open up your knees wide and reach out in front of you with your arms. Start to focus on your breath. Inhale deeply. Feel that it's just you and your mat and your practice. Keep this deep breathing throughout your practice. Reach out a little bit more. Let's just stretch our back a little bit after the yesterday camel practice. Make sure that you are still sitting on your heels. And then slowly come up to tabletop. Let's do some cat cow. Cow inhale. Cat exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Do it in your own pace. Come back to the center. Straighten your right leg to the back. Let's stretch our calf, our legs, hamstrings. And then bring it back. Let's do on the other side. Great. Let's just come up on kneeling position Vajrasana, but tuck your toes. So tuck your toes and slowly sit back so we can stretch our soul a little bit. It looks a really, really easy pose, but it's absolutely not easy at all because we will usually forget about our feet, but they are so important. They are our foundation. So it's really nice sometimes just to stretch them as well. Send your breath into your soul. And then come, put down, point your toes down. Sit up tall. Put your hands down next to your knees and just lift up your knees so you can give a nice ankle stretch too for yourself. You can put them down, come back, and come up to down dog. Walk in it. Try to push down your heels to the mat. It doesn't matter if it doesn't touch it. By time it will. And then stop when you are ready. Look in front of you towards the top of the mat and slowly walk to forward fold. Stay here a little bit. And then come up to Tadasana. Urdhva Hastasana. Reach up to the sky. Fold over. Forward fold. Lift up. Half lift. Fold over. And step back to plank. And come up to down dog. Reach up with your right leg. Three-legged dog. Bring them down to low lunge. Put down your knee. Gaze towards the sky if you can in 45 degrees. If you can't, gaze in front of you. Let's have a nice stretch in our left hip flexor. And then tuck your toes. Stand forward fold. And come to ragdoll. Grab the opposite elbows. And open up your feet hip wide. And just let's hang here. Let the gravity pull you down, feed in your hamstring, in your lower back. Send your breath into your hamstring. Then slowly release. Come back to forward fold. And come up to Tadasana. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold over. Step back to plank. And you can do your vinyasa. And come up to down dog. Reach up your left leg. Three-legged dog. Then come to low lunge. Put your knee down. Feel a nice stretch in your right hip flexor. Tuck your toes. Step forward. Forward fold. And come down again to ragdoll. Then release, come to forward fold, and then come up to Tadasana. Reach up, fold over, step back, and do your vinyasa. You can do Ashtangasana, then Cobra, and come up to Down Dog. Now I will do it with my left leg, just for you to see first, but you can do it with your right. So, three-legged dog, bring down to low lunge, put down your knee, and we will do half Hanuman. You can grab your blocks like I do. So, bring to the back your hip, and you can use the blocks on any of their side if you need to, but make sure that your hip is square to the top of the mat. And you can just hold here. Send your breath into your hamstring. Or if you can fold over as well to deepen a little bit. Make sure that your toes are flexed, are pointing to the sky. And then stay here. Then slowly come back to low lunge. And tuck your toes. We will come up to warrior 2. Make sure your alignment is in correct way. Hold here for a couple of breaths. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale to preparation for triangle pose. Inhale, elongate your spine to the sky. Shift to the left, in my case. If you do it with your right leg, then it's your right. And shift and bend towards your leg. Make sure that your hip is facing to the front. You're opening up your chest. And you don't put any weight with your hand on your left leg. Then come up to peaceful warrior. Windmill down your hands to low lunge. Step back to plank and do your vinyasa. So now I will do with my right leg. You probably would do it with your left. Reach up, three-legged dog. Bring them down. Low lunge. Put down your knee. And if you had a nice stretch, then come to shift your hip to the back and bring your blocks if you need to do a hamstring stretch with our other legs. You can fold over if you like. Send your air, your oxygen to your right hamstring. Then slowly come back. Tuck your toes. And come up to warrior two. Inhale to peaceful warrior. And exhale to set up triangle. Inhale, elongate your spine. Shift to your right or your left if you do it on the other side. And just bend down. You should feel a really nice stretch in your right. Whatever is that your leg is in the front, in that leg, in that hamstring. And you should feel a nice stretch in your arms and your side too. Open up your chest. Gaze towards the sky. Then inhale, come up. Peaceful warrior. And windmill down your hand. Slow lounge. Then step back to plank. Do your vinyasa. And come up to down dog. Right leg up. Three-legged dog. Bring it forward. Low lounge. And we will come up to warrior one. So your left foot is in 45 degrees angle. Try to square your hip. You can put your palms together. So then your shoulder is not going into your ear. And from here, we are going to go to pyramid pose. So you just make a shorter stance between your feet. You can, I show you in the front as well. So you can, if you have a flexible hamstrings, you maybe can do to really, really close, like you would just step to the front with your right leg. Otherwise, like me, there is a little bit of gap between my 2 feet. And then you need to aim to keep your hips square. So whenever we are going to just fold towards our first front leg, then we need to make sure that our hip is not going there and not going there. We'll just keep square. Okay? So the stance between our 2 feet are different person by person. You will need to find out what is the comfortable but a little bit challenging as well to do a nice stretch. So here also you can use blocks like you do it with the crescent hamstring stretch. So Inhale, elongate your spine. And exhale, forward, forward. You should feel a really nice stretch here in the middle of your hamstring. If you like, you can put your palms down on the floor if you can, so that's great. If you can't, then you can use the blocks on any to elevate the floor, so on any of the side. And be really mindful that's a really intense stretch, so intensive one, so make sure that you don't overdo it, don't overstretch. It could lead to injury. Send your breath into your hamstring. There could be a micro bend in your front leg. Then slowly come back up, and we will simply just step to Tadasana. Here, inhale, reach up, Urdhva. Exhale, fold over, and inhale, come back to Tadasana. Simply, we are going to step back to Warrior One with our right leg. Hold here. And then we will put down back our hands. Slow lounge. Step back to plank. Do your vinyasa. And come up to down dog. Now we are going to repeat it on the other side. Reach up. Three-legged dog. Bring down low lounge. And come up to high lounge. Sorry, Warrior One. Hold here. And then straighten your leg and step a little bit forward. Put your blocks wherever you like. It needs to be more or less in line with your ankle, front ankle. So inhale, elongate your spine, reach up with your crown, and exhale, just fold over. You can keep your arms, your hands on your hips, or you can put them down on a block. Then slowly and mindfully come back and simply step forward to Tadasana. Inhale, Urdhva. Exhale, fold over. And inhale, come back to Tadasana. Now we are simply going to step back with our left leg and come up again to Warrior One. Hold here. Then come down. Low lunge. Step back to plank. And do your vinyasa. Stay here for the breath. And then we are going to move to a seated position. First, in bent knees, with bent knees. And then we are going to do Janushirshasana. So put your right sole next to your left thigh. Inhale and exhale. Forward, over. You can grab your feet. Then slowly come up. And let's change to the other side. Bend your left leg. Sit tall. Reach up with the inhale and exhale. Janushirshasana. Then slowly come up. And let's straighten our left leg as well. We are going to do a reverse plank. So point your toes down. Put your hands behind you. Inhale, lift up your hip. You can let your head hang. And then slowly come back. We will move now to supine with bent knees. Put them hip wide and let's do some windshield wiper. So let your knees fall to the left side. And then to the right side. Bring them back. Put your sole together. Try to bring them as close as possible to your groin. Put your hands, one of them on your stomach, the other one is on your heart. And just feel how nicely stretch your hip, inner thigh. Make sure that your lower back is in contact with the mat. If not, then you can put a pillow under your lower back or a block as well. Then close your knees, bring them up, hug them, stay here for a little bit. Last deep inhale and exhale to Shavasana. It's so nice, isn't it? Let all the muscles in your body to relax, to rest. Feel them, how they are melting away. And then you stop feeling them. You don't need to pay attention on your breath anymore. Stay here as long as you like. Thank you very much for practicing with me. I hope to see you tomorrow. Namaste.